Just there. Hmm. 841-7058-0405. Oh, there's, yep, there she is.
Oh, yay.
Just says joining. Huh. Kathy? You're on mute. There you are. You're on mute, though. Can you unmute it? There
Yes,
you
I
are.
can. Am I on?
Yeah, we can hear
Oh, hey,
you.
it took a little bit.
Well,
I
I had the wrong
parked.
number in the calendar, so it wasn't connecting to the right meeting.
Ah, okay. So I'm on, I am in the passenger seat. I'm on my way to Dartmouth, so I pulled over and Greg's in shopping, so I can do my meeting.
Okay, we'll be quick.
Okay. So let's call the meeting to order. It is 10:10. And let's say, are there any adjustments to the agenda?
Nope.
Okay. Nobody from the public.
Nope.
Minutes, anybody want to enter a
Um,
motion to approve the minutes of August 11th?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to second that.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Okay, financial report review, Lister's budget status. Looks like we are about where we should be. Lisa?
Yes, we are about where we should be. Yep.
Okay. Anybody have any questions or concerns? What is it gonna be for our tax mapping this year? Is it gonna be the 5,700?
No, we got a bill from CAI for you to approve next on the agenda. It's $3,000.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Do we have another one that's coming, or is that it?
I think it says it's the annual service.
Yeah, that's what I
That's-
thought I saw.
Yeah, which is what we thought it was going to be. We just got charged the extra last year.
For all the changes and updates.
Yeah. I think the other
Okay.
piece of that will be the NEMRIC. We haven't been billed from NEMRIC yet for having the online property cards, which was, I think, another $600. So we
Oh,
haven't been
okay.
billed for that yet. So that'll go under there.
Okay. Okay, I don't think we need to vote on it. Let's move on to the invoice from CAI. We need to make a motion to approve this for payment.
Yes, we need a motion. Okay, I move we pay CAI.
And I will second it.
Okay. And any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. I see the budget memo. Do we need to do a separate meeting to look over the budget for next year?
Well, it's
figure
not
out
due,
what-
it's not due until the 1st of November, so
Okay.
I don't know however you want to do it.
Okay, because I do think we might want to put on the, I see it later on the discussion lister 26-27. We've talked before about increasing our staffing a little bit in terms of having another lister or we originally had set this up to have an assessor, an assistant assessor, and then 3 listers. And I think this will be a discussion too about who's willing to do the training that they're talking about.
Yes, so that was the next item on the. So there are 2 things for the listers that I have to discuss with the select board for usually the first meeting in October, we discuss kind of like things that are coming up that they need to think about for the budget. And the 2 things that we need to discuss, one is the training that's now required for the listers and the additional expenses. And the letter that was not in your packet that came on Friday from Jill, because so many towns were upset and saying like, the select board's never gonna pay us for this. Listers should be paid if they're gonna have to do all of this training. And so the state did come out with a memo that you could share with your select board about the requirements. And that was what I sent you this morning, Kathy. I don't know if you were already on the road.
Nope, I
Uh,
did see it. I did see it. Yep.
Okay. So I thought I would share that with the select board and that we are going to have to increase that reappraisal fund amount. If we're gonna reappraise every 6 years, we're gonna have to come up with $200,000 every 6 years. So $15,000 a year isn't gonna do it.
Right.
Well, and there's no guarantee in 6 years that it's gonna be 200.
So it was 156, right, for 27. So I went to 200 thinking. So 200 divided by 6, it's like $33,000 or something, but we also get that money from the state to put to that fund. It's about $10,000 a year that the state pays us that parcel maintenance. It's $1.50 a parcel, which is why they want us to have so many inactive parcels. So they don't have to pay us for an inactive parcel. Um, so that's about $10,000 a year. So I figured, we should at least be saving $25,000 a year to get us
Yeah.
to 200. And I don't know, I mean, I don't know how to project what what it's gonna be in 6 years, and we'll be 6 years from 2028, so that's gonna give us a cushion. Cause if we
Right.
start saving now, the 25,000, we'll have that money definitely for 6 years, 6 years out, because it'll be what,
Mhm.
8 years before we.
Yep.
So,
Right.
I mean, I don't know what anybody else's thought is about it. I also don't know when this redistricting happens and they have the districts that oversee the reappraisals. I mean, I'm assuming the towns are still gonna have to pay for it. I can't see that coming out of the state budget. But nobody's
Right.
really discussed that, so I think at this point, we need to plan on paying for it every 6 years.
Right. Right. And I do think over the next 2 years, a point of discussion, I think, needs to be if we're going to expect people to get this training, and they're going to be involved, and we're going to be involved in a reappraisal, I think you really need to have paid listers for at least some time.
I agree. I don't
Yeah.
think anyone's going to even go near it without being paid.
Right, I agree. So maybe we talk about this at our next meeting, or we have another meeting in a couple weeks so that we can discuss. I mean, that's a big issue to discuss and figure out what the cost would be.
So one of the emails from one of the towns figured, and I haven't read all of them because there were a lot of them. Everybody had a lot to say about this whole thing. That it was, that they figured, and I don't know if it was in the letter, 48 hours. It's about 48 hours a
Yeah.
year, and it's 48 hours for,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot. So I don't know if you want to jump into that piece, but so the listers are required to do a level 1. So there's 4 levels in the Lister Assessor Certification Program. There's level 1,
Yeah.
level 2, level 3, and level 4, which is a master. Yeah, I gave you that,
Yep.
the certification. So the Lister certification requires are to be a level 1. And an assessor has to be a level 2. And it starts in January, and you have a year to get the training done. So I am already a level 1, and I have one more course to take before I will get my level 2, which is in January. And I couldn't download the form, but I'm gonna sign up for it. So it's a 5-day course in January. So I will have my level 2. Cause you also need 2 years of experience, which I can get in August. So as of next August, I will be a level 2. But there's a lot of training for the level 1 for the listers.
Yeah. Well, that Lister training, I have completed the Lister training, the 14 hours. That was the 2-day
Yep.
course in Fairleigh, and I've done statutes and rules. You and I both did that. And I think sales validation and current use are both online.
They are, yes.
So I was going to plan to do those. And
But you
then,
have to, the recordings are online, but you have to attend the actual class to get the certification. You can't just watch the recordings, and that's not enough.
oh,
You have to
'cause they-
actually attend the class. They have to take attendance, and they have to, yeah, they record them and they put them online, and you can go back and watch them, but in order to get the credit, you need to attend the actual class of when they have them. That anti-bias training, that one is online. That is the new one that came out that you do on your own.
yeah,
And then the IAAO workshop is an online course, but you have to attend with a camera on. It's through the IAAO, and I think it's 15 hours. It might be 3 days.
yeah, that's 15 hours. So
Which
sales
they-
validation and current use, those are both in person?
what's in person?
Sales validation and current use?
It's a webinar online, but you have to attend it when they're doing it live. You can't watch
Oh.
the recording afterwards and get the credit. They haven't figured out a way to proctor that. So you have
Okay.
to do it when it's live, when they're actually doing it.
Okay,
And they do them every year. So current years is every year, sales validation is every year, this list or training is every year, statutes and rules is every year. Those things are done every year. The anti-bias training is a new thing online that you do through like an outside company.
yeah,
then
we
the
all did that together, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's different than
Oh.
not the ethics training. Yeah,
Oh,
It's-
okay,
it's something separate. It's the anti-bias training, which is brand new, that they just came out with instructions on how to do it last week.
okay,
And then the IAO training is it's online, but you have to actually be on the computer when he's teaching it, or she.
yeah,
So.
yeah. It's kind of interesting because at the bottom of that requirement, it says, please note all courses are offered every year and online. That's not true.
Uh,
All of these courses are not offered online.
Well, they are
The Lister
online.
training, the Lister training, you have to be in person.
Nope, they do a 4-day online.
Oh, they do, okay,
Yeah, because I've
Okay.
done the 4-day, it's like 4 mornings, or it's a 2-day in person.
okay. Okay. Yeah, and then they say, if you have your certifications when you took these, and Mary and Jim, do you have certificates from taking any of these?
No, because the courses were different when I was
Right.
a lister before. They were different.
Yeah.
I took a whole lot of classes, but there wasn't the requirement for certification.
Right, right. Yeah, there was a lot of discussion on that webinar about that. They were saying, a lot of people said I've been doing this for 28 years but I don't
Yeah.
have any certificates, and they were saying you have to take them again.
Which makes sense in that, requirement or, laws, and statutes and things have changed or evolved.
Oh,
And
yeah,
property values are decided in a different way than they used to be.
so maybe we come
So
up with a
Mary,
couple of
yeah,
things to look at with this and put them forward in a couple weeks and talk about what that might look like budget wise.
Well, and we also have to talk about what it's gonna look like board wise.
yeah, I was gonna say, we know
Yes.
Mary's not interested in doing the
Right.
training.
Right.
And I don't want to. I don't want to be in a position refusing the training and having the state, come down on me for that. My thought is I would resign as of January 1st. And in doing that, that leaves our board short, and I don't know how Jim feels about doing this training.
Oh, I
And
don't mind doing it. I will do as much as I can on ground. Because I'm not a big online fan.
right,
They don't
right.
they don't do a lot of it in person.
Yeah, if it's online, I'll have to.
Other than the Lister training, the 2-day Lister training, the rest of it is all online. It's all on the
Could
computer.
Okay.
you come in here and do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could do it at the office.
And we could all, the 3 of us or 4 of us or whoever, whatever we look like, could do it together here.
Now,
Yeah.
what happens if we're short a lister? We still have a quorum.
Right.
So you're done
But we-
January 1st. That gives us time to get somebody to at least maybe get on the ballot.
Yeah. Plus we should post now.
My concern is you're not gonna be paid. You gotta do 48 hours worth of training away from whatever you normally do. And are people going to,
Well, I think that's the next discussion. We're gonna need to pay them. We
I
can't.
I don't see how we don't. And that means,
Uh,
does that mean we have to go to the select board? If we were to post a position now, Lisa, and offer to pay people, we can't do that without getting approval from the select board, right?
Right, which is why I have it as part of the discussion with the select board on October 6th. After we
Okay.
had to discuss it to see how we wanted to present it to them. So I guess
Do we have another meeting before October 6th?
we have it that
Uh,
morning and then the select board meets that night.
Oh, okay. Jim and Mary, do you think that's time enough for us to discuss this, or do you want
I
Have
think,
another
I
meeting.
wouldn't mind having another meeting to kind of sort this out, because it's not gonna be, it's not gonna be it would be a big part of our next meeting.
to,
It would
right?
take a lot of time.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah,
So that would be like, let's see, today is the 8th. What if we, what if we met either next Monday or the Monday after?
yeah,
I would say next Monday. We may take a trip pretty soon, so someplace in later October, so.
okay.
So
I
I'm
would-
good with-
7 and 8, 15, 9:15?
So on 9:15
I think that
At
works for
10.
me.
at 10 o'clock,
Yep.
okay?
And maybe make the big item, the budget discussion.
Is that has to be a public meeting, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, so I'll warn it for next week and get an agenda out. So we're just gonna discuss the budget and, I don't know, do you wanna put Lister
Oh,
compensation?
yeah. Yeah, let's
Okay.
do that.
So budget and Lister compensation,
Okay.
and I guess how we're gonna structure. I mean, you guys spent all that time restructuring
Yeah,
and,
you know.
Yeah, we better bring those documents, better put those in there too, the restructure, possible restructure.
I mean, the old documents?
The documents we used to go to be where we are now included assessor, assistant assessor, and lister. So I think we should discuss that.
Sounds good.
Okay, and I'll look up those documents.
Yeah, I've got them in the files in the office too. Okay. Well, with that, we probably have, we've talked about the lister and assessor certification too. I agree, 48 hours is a lot of time. Wow.
Well, and I wouldn't mind, it's just that that leaves me very little room for other things that I do in my life.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm
For
not,
sure.
you know, I'm not considering this employment.
Yeah,
Okay, so,
I totally understand.
yep, all right, so
So, okay,
9:15 at 10 o'clock, and I'll get that agenda out, post it. It's gonna be the budget, Lister compensation, and Lister board structure.
yep. And Mr. Board structure.
Yeah, everybody good with that?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay,
Is
town,
there-
let's go.
Is
Say
there a
again?
schedule of these classes laid out every single year? Is that what? It just would be nice so that if someone was interested in the job, they
could see.
would be able to look at this and know, because some people go to Florida in the winter, or, you know, there are things that you need to plan around. And to accept a job or accept an elected office.
There is the calendar, the Lister calendar that comes out every year, has all the trainings on it,
Okay,
usually when they're scheduled for, although they've changed, right, Kathy? Like, so Kathy,
Yeah.
aren't you going to training on the 15th?
No, it's the 23rd, 24th of September and the 30th and 1st of October. It's the data
Oh.
collection.
Okay, I knew that was in September, like that was originally scheduled for August and it got changed to September, so,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But they do try to at the beginning of the year, and it usually doesn't come out till after the listers are elected, like, so after town meeting is when the new calendar comes out with all the new training. Current use is always first, like March, April, because that's when you're doing current use. The new lister training is always March, April, when the new listers are elected. Sales validation was just, I want to say it was in May or June. And the statutes and rules, that was the one we just went to, right? That wasn't too long ago. That
Yep.
was like in July. And
Yeah,
the IAAO 100, I'd have to look, that's on the IAAO schedule. And
Okay.
the anti-bias training you can take anytime. That's
Okay.
on your,
Okay, that's just thought.
yeah,
there's a
because
lot of training after you're elected, after that
Yeah.
March election date. They just boom, 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 boom. There's all kinds of training.
yeah, and I think what happened, I was going to take the IAAO 100 class, but it got scheduled during the time I went to Florida. Exactly what you're saying, Mary. The other thing is that we were not. I'm trying to be. We were not encouraged to take that training, or I was not encouraged to take any of that training, and didn't know about the dates or any of that until Lisa came on board. So it's much clearer now about the requirements for the training, even before the state required these.
Yeah.
I found that during the last year, it's been much clearer and necessary. It's totally necessary.
Oh, it absolutely is. I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Okay, let's move on to the townwide reappraisal. That was great information to put in the packet, Lisa. I did not understand that during the reappraisal, it looks like we're pretty much expected to do both interior and exterior inspections of most, if not all, parcels. Am I reading that correctly?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are, yeah. And I mean, that came right from the proposal, that's what they're expecting to do. Now, Tom, when they were doing Stowe, he said they weren't even getting in 50% of them. And that's what a lot of people are refusing you to let you in. And
Yeah.
that's but the goal is to get into every one and see what's there. So you get a true reappraisal.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
You know, I
Mary,
don't for the
what kind of
percentage list.
percentage? What kind of percentage do you think you got inside in the 2014?
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Things are different now than they were
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
And I think that, with our board, most of us are well-known to the residents, so, there's trust there. But
Yeah.
then we've got this company going in and a lot of people are uncomfortable with it
Yeah.
for a lot of reasons.
Right. Well, yeah.
We did, during our reappraisal, we were responsible for making all the appointments. And we, collected phone numbers ahead of time. And we spoke with people personally so that they could feel comfortable. And I think that helped.
How did you collect phone numbers?
Any way we could.
Good.
Whenever somebody emailed us, we asked for their phone number. When people came in, we asked for their phone numbers. Some of them, we knew because we were neighbors,
Yeah.
but yeah, it went on for a while, it took us a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
What percentage of
Well-
our population is in the phone book?
Oh, gosh,
Do we have
now
a
with
phone book?
cell phones, I don't even know that there is a phone
Oh, that
book.
little thing that you pick up and you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
There isn't. The phone book we get now does not have cell phones, so a lot of
Yeah, and a
people have
lot of
given up
people
their
don't have-
landline.
Yeah, people don't have landlines. I don't know why I have a landline.
I know, I do too, and I'm sometimes wonder why I keep it, but yeah. But
I
we
prefer
are
to
also,
talk on because.
You don't get cut off?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it just drives me, yeah. So this is required, now that we have a plan, an actual plan of compliance for the reappraisal, this has to be sent in and with the copy of the contract. So,
Yeah, I saw that.
So if
That was
everybody-
the only question I saw that I had, so that we needed to sign it. I didn't think I understood that we were supposed to do 100%. What was the other thing? Oh, there was something else I underlined. Hang on a second here. And there was a specific line in here that says you cannot, the non-systematic manipulation of the valuation model to reach the sale price of a recently sold property is a form of sales chasing and is not an acceptable appraisal practice. So it was in the discussion of all the reappraisal types. And I thought that was just interesting because there was a lot of talk about that in the lister training in April. Because one of the things that we have started to do is take the sale information from the realtor and putting it in the folder with the new cost sheet for something that's sold. And we have a lot of properties in North Hero where they're doing a tear down and putting up a new building on the same site. And so you don't have any historical data to
Well,
look
you
at.
have the land value,
Yep,
and the land value is not gonna change.
right,
And your, you know, all your systems, your septic and your town water and all of that stays the same. It's just the construction that is
Right.
to be different.
right.
But as far as the values of properties that have sold, or the property that has sold, yeah, you can't use one property for a value. You can't assign that value to that property. We do it
Right.
as a average type of thing.
Right. It's just come up a couple of times when there's a big difference between what we have on the cost sheet and what a property sold as, like one
Well,
bedroom, one bath, and it's sold as a 4-bedroom, 3-bath or something. Yeah.
yeah,
But I don't have any other questions on this. That we need to sign this. I can come in. Actually, I have another doctor's appointment tomorrow, so it would be tomorrow afternoon. I can come in and sign this, Lisa.
okay, I'll have you guys sign that sheet.
I just have a question. Well, it's not gonna apply to me anyway. It says, will you be physically performing interior inspections? Who's you?
Oh,
I
I assume the contractor.
Well, I would too, but the way this, I mean, we're signing it.
Do you want me to
Oh.
add the in there? Well,
Yeah, I guess I just would wanna clarify who is that is going to every property. I would assume it is the contractor, but it doesn't say that.
Maybe we could put it in the box above the signature.
Yeah, I mean, it's not addressed to us and it's not addressed to the contractors.
Right, right.
well, I think we're ultimately responsible for the reappraisal, right?
Oh, I think you're
Yes.
right.
So would you,
I mean, at least we're making sure that the contractor is physically doing as many as possible.
yes, and that is in our contract with
Mhm.
him.
Mhm.
But it would just, I don't know, just seems like that's not clear. not clear to me. Like if I were a lister at the time of the reappraisal, I would be concerned about that.
So you want me to put in that to clarify, the contractor will be physically performing interior inspections, not the listers?
I would think
Yeah.
you'd want it in there.
Okay,
Put it in that box above the signatures.
Well, she's
'Cause
gonna
it
put it in
says-
the box below.
right below the question.
Yeah, because it says
Okay.
if no or hybrid.
What page
Yeah.
are you on?
I'm on page 11.
Okay,
Contractor
Yeah.
will be performing
As per our contractor.
as per our contract with Tyler Tech.
I just wouldn't want to be signing it and then somebody questions why we weren't there. Or why we didn't go in and physically see the interior of
Okay, but to clarify, the contractor will be performing as per our contract with Tyler Technologies, the interior inspections. Or I'll maybe put performing
Good.
interior inspections and then as per our contract.
okay. Good catch, Mary.
Okay,
Yep,
Alright.
I'm good with that.
okay, then Jim and Mary will sign here, and then Kathy, you can sign tomorrow and I'll send it to Benton.
Okay. Okay. Status of work. Map changes and corrections are up to date. Sales verification letters are up to date, although I haven't seen. Do you have another pile for me, Lisa?
I
do?
will hopefully by the end of the day, yes. You've got a bunch
Okay.
that came back that are on your desk.
Oh, good. Yeah, people are being very, very good. We've got like over 80% return on sales and
Great.
buyer verification. Yeah, that's good. I will plan to be in on Wednesday for a full day. Also, I'm looking at when we look at picture upload, it's going to be a lot easier to get photos of the shoreline if we get a pontoon boat, Lisa.
Yeah,
It's
I
really,
don't know, you could
really,
wait a little
really
while, we
well.
could walk around the shore and get pictures.
I know, you could.
Yeah, you
And there's a
go
lot of
last
places.
year, Put your cross-country skis on and have at it.
I know.
um, I would, boy, getting pictures this now, 2 years early, I wouldn't. I think there's a lot of work that gets done in 2 years. Exterior, and I'm talking about shoreline.
Yeah.
Cause
Yeah.
this year, we had tons of people do huge
Mm.
block walls on the shore. So how are you gonna catch those?
I don't think you can do it. What I'm
Once-
finding is I'll never get it done. It's not even possible, I don't think, to get them all in a year. But I think the mapping of it, for me, I'm having difficulty locating properties. The from the lakeside.
Hmm.
I can show you some of them when I come in on Wednesday. When I went down Holiday Point, it was almost impossible to package each property and get a good picture from the lake. And I thought those were going to be easy. The ones like on Lakeview Drive and on Stronghouse Point, Fifi Point, those were all, you could see them. It won't take long to take the pictures, even if we go back out and update them. I'm just wanting to be a lot clearer that I'm getting the right parcel when we're looking at a parcel.
Yeah, I would think it'd be pretty tricky to you can't see the road or anything like that much of the time, and how do you know what you're getting a picture of?
Right. And some of
Yeah.
them that are on Lakeview Drive, there's a bunch of properties, that you really can't see the house at all.
Yeah.
It's a long skinny property, a 10-acre parcel that goes
Yeah,
down
yeah.
to the lake. And so what part is the beach that belongs to that parcel? That's why I keep looking for some GPS app that is going to be, better to use. They have them for hunters where you can actually pinpoint the property lines and the points on the property line.
Yep.
I I just want to get better at identifying what property belongs with what beachfront.
Um. Yeah, what about the mapping? Is it the state?
Of the VGIS,
Yeah,
the state mapping, we could look at that, Kathy.
Okay. Yeah, and the other thing is that we haven't, in the last year or two, most of the pictures are of the front of the house and the back of the house, not of the lake shore in front of the
Right.
house, which would
Yeah.
also help you make sure you have the right parcel. So
Yeah.
whether we're taking them on land or off land, I'm feeling a need to get better at identifying parcels from the lakeside.
Yeah, but the only thing that I can think you might be able to do is to take the picture from the old reappraisal.
That's what I've been doing, yeah. And then
Yeah,
compare it. Yeah, then you can compare it. It's a time consuming
yeah.
job. Plus, I've come across a couple places where I'm saying there is something on that site and we don't have it.
Oh, yeah, you're always gonna have that.
Yeah, there's something there. So, I think it's going to take a while to get a really solid mapping. Plus, the worst possible thing would be to have a picture of the lake shore and someone say, that's not mine.
Yeah, yep,
And I really don't want that to happen.
we
So
need a
I think
drone.
it's,
Yeah.
yeah,
And that might be something we look into.
It'd be quick and
yeah,
easy.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
you could rent them, or not have maybe us do it, but hire somebody to do it.
Yeah,
yeah.
um.
I
Yeah,
wonder what that costs.
imagine, yeah, but look at the man hours it would take
Oh.
to, and the gas and everything else to go around the island, and this would, this would,
Cause you could do it from land, so you could be standing at somebody's house with them. They're out taking the picture from the lake, you would know exactly
yeah,
where they were.
yeah,
Right, right. Yeah, it's almost a two-person, you put somebody in on the beach and somebody out on the lake, and then you know you've got the right parcel. But yeah,
Yeah.
so anyway, it's a process. Um, I
But
think,
we need, go ahead.
go ahead.
Well, this whole picture upload and the map corrections, we need to get with CAI and do an upload from the current, the as-built grand list so that everything matches up because the names are all over the place. We need to, now that the map corrections are done, we have a few more pictures we just need to do on that list.
Yep,
And then, we need to get with CAI and upload all the current information now that it's all finalized.
okay, absolutely.
when we do the reappraisal. And we get all the pictures from the lakefront, why can't they go into CAI and get put on the
Mr. Card?
sheets? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Why
agree.
not-
I agree. I think
why
it
not
would
do
be a
that
great,
this time? And then it's there if and when in the next 6 years, somebody's doing lakefront pictures, they've got one to go by. We didn't do that. I don't know why.
Yeah, we should be including them and in CAMA.
Yeah,
Yeah, I started a file that just says lakefront pictures, but I had exactly the same thought, Mary. Why not just put them in CAMA and then they'll show up on the Lister card too?
yep. Yep,
Okay, I've probably done 20 or 30. It's not going to be a big yank to put those in CAMA and then see them. But they won't go in. If we put those in now, Lisa, they wouldn't show up until next April.
Correct.
that would be
Okay.
okay though.
Yeah, that would be
Yep.
okay. We
Yep.
can work on them over the winter.
Yep. Okay. So what
Yeah,
about building permits?
Yeah, building permits are up to date. There were a few this morning in my box and they're up to date, and PTTRs, we're moving along with them.
Okay. And we
So,
kind of talked about training. And we have a list of site inspections we need to go do in pictures.
yep. And I didn't do an assessment changes because I don't think we have any since with the holiday and Corinne being on vacation, I haven't been back there to do any assessment changes, so.
Okay. Okay, and what about the calendar? So we've got a meeting on 9/15.
Yep, you have your training this month.
Yep, that's 9/23/24 and 9/30 October 1st in Rutland.
Yep,
And the next meeting is October 6th.
well.
Anything-
The 15th, we're gonna do one on
I
the
mean, the
15th.
15th, right? Yep.
Yeah, the calendar just is, downloading homesteads and current use. Starting to look at and preparing your budget, check exemptions, it's pretty much just to maintain. So
Okay.
that's on the calendar.
And in the future agenda building, you'll put in those points for September 15th.
Yeah,
Budget, lister compensation and structure, the listers
Yep.
and the
Yep.
board. Anything else, folks?
Can't think of anything.
No,
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I second.
And all in favor, say aye.
Hi.
Aye. Good. This isn't as painful as I thought it was going to be trying to do this on Zoom.
Yeah, good job, once we got connected.
Once we got connected.
Oh.
Okay, well, I'll
right.
see you in the office on tomorrow to sign and Wednesday to put in some time to get some of these things done.
Okay, sounds good.
All
Bye,
right,
Kathy.
Bye.
bye.
You wanna do a book cooking date?
We do need a book cooking date.